Okay, so you've been Googling, you've been researching, asking around, searching high and low to try to find out a simple, clear answer to a simple, clear question, which is what are the most affordable Southern Oregon towns? And it's not complicated, okay? And you're in luck because today I'm going to provide you with exactly what you're looking for, which is a nice, clear, simple list of the most affordable Southern Oregon towns, okay? And I'm going to show you that list right now, but I want you to understand that there is more to this story, okay? So you need to stick around so that you can get the entire picture. I don't want you coming back to me saying that, Brian, you told me that this was the most affordable town and it turned out not to be. So just watch the whole dang video if you could so that we don't have to have that little situation. To start with, here are the 5 least affordable towns in Southern Oregon, which is going to be a little bit of a surprise, all right? Jacksonville, Ashland, Eagle Point, Gold Hill, and Selma. Gold Hill and Selma? What in the heck is going on? Okay, I know, right? I'm going to explain more about that here in a second, but I want to explain to you the actual thing that you came here for, which are the 10 most affordable towns in Southern Oregon. And so counting down to the most affordable, we had Merlin, Central Point, Medford, Phoenix, and Shady Cove. And then in the top 5, we had Rogue River, Grants Pass, Cave Junction, White City, and the number 1 most affordable town in Southern Oregon is Prospect and Butte Falls, which I'm actually wrapping those into one because they're so similar. So this is not the final list, right? So I don't want you going and taking that list and making decisions based on it. But that was just the first list that I came up with when I realized that I was missing something. But what I looked at in that list was closed transactions for the last 6 months, looking only at single family residential homes. And I looked at the median sold price for any town that had more than 10 sales in the last 6 months. Okay, what I realized in doing so is that I should have put an additional parameter around that data, and I should have only looked at properties with 1 acre or less. All right, and the reason is because you get a lot of these areas like Gold Hill and Selma that have a lot of larger properties that are going to skew the data, and that's exactly what we saw in that list that I just told you about. So again, don't use that list. Most people who are looking for affordable homes are actually looking for, the homes that are not on like a 20-acre estate, right? They're looking for something that's affordable and within their budget. Okay, so when I reran that list and that data with looking at places under an acre, I'll show you what I found. So with the new data, the 5 least affordable towns in Southern Oregon are Jacksonville, Ashland, Eagle Point, Shady Cove, and Talon, all right? And that seems a lot more realistic, all right? No offense to Gold Hill or Selma, but come on, I think we all know you're not, high on the expensive parts of Southern Oregon list, right? But we're here to talk about the most affordable towns in Southern Oregon, right? We live in a world where mortgage rates have gone up over the last couple of years. Inflation has gone up. Everything is more expensive in 2024 than it was in 2023. And it is way more expensive than it was in 2022 and the years prior. It's just squeezing everyone. I mean, a carton of eggs is like $8. A new side-by-side or UTV is like $45,000, and an SUV, a brand new SUV, can cost over $100,000. $100,000 for a car. That is insane. So I'm happy to provide some relief and share the most affordable Southern Oregon towns with you because I think you're going to like what you see here, and I hope it'll save you some money. And it's about time somebody actually tries to do that, right? Oh, and speaking of saving you money, right after I share this list with you, I'm going to tell you about a pretty secret loan product that can save you thousands of dollars. So you're going to want to stick around for that. Now let's get into the real top 10 most affordable towns in Southern Oregon. And I'm going to explain those in a little bit more detail as we break down this list. And remember, these are only looking at sold homes with less than 1 acre, okay? So number 10 on the list is the city of Medford with a median sold price of $410,950. Medford is the biggest city in Southern Oregon and is actually the fastest growing city in Southern Oregon of any real size, okay? The population just cracked 90,000 residents in the city, but the total population of Southern Oregon is about 312,000. But it is by far the biggest city in Southern Oregon. It has the most to offer in terms of amenities, healthcare, shopping, schools, diversity of neighborhoods, etc., as you would expect to see in the biggest city of the area. Number 9, with a median sold price of $407,500, is Phoenix. And Phoenix was absolutely decimated by the Alameda fire in September of 2020. And between Phoenix and Talent, it actually burned and destroyed around 3,000 homes and buildings. But the rebuilding effort has been super, super strong with lots of new construction being built in the area. And that has actually contributed to the higher price point in the area of Phoenix. Okay. And so in the years before that fire, I think Phoenix would have probably found itself lower on this list, probably in the top 3 to 5 most affordable towns of Southern Oregon. But the new construction has certainly increased that price point, which has some real pros and cons. But that's a topic for another day. Number 8 on the list with a median sold price of $406,750 is Central Point. And I love Central Point. I actually used to live in Central Point. Its location is nice and it's pretty close to everything. One could say it's pretty central. That was a terrible joke. Anyways, the city has done a fantastic job of improving the downtown area over the last 10 or 15 years. Lots of buildings have been updated or torn down and a new building built in its place. But Central Point's great. Really, nice parks, nice neighborhoods. Definitely one that you ought to check out if you're looking for an affordable neighborhood in Southern Oregon. Number 7 with a median sold price of $385,000 is Grants Pass, which is the second largest city in Southern Oregon and a really popular choice for folks moving to Southern Oregon. Okay, it offers a lot of the same things as Medford, but it tends to be a little bit more affordable. Okay, the dollar stretches a little bit further out there. And a lot of people also tend to prefer the downtown area of Grants Pass, especially G Street and all the restaurants and shops over what they can get in Medford, right? And plus, the river runs right through town. It makes for a pretty nice setting. Number 6 with a median sold price of $375,500 is Gold Hill. That's a lot more realistic place for Gold Hill, okay? It's crazy how much the median price changed when you restrict the property size to an acre or less. It was previously $450,000 in that initial list I told you about, and it came all the way down to $375,000, which is pretty substantial. But Gold Hill is a great option for many folks because it is centrally located between Medford and Grants Pass, and it is also part of the Central Point School District, which is pretty popular for folks relocating to Southern Oregon with kids. Number 5 with a median sold price of $363,500 is the city of Rogue River, just down the street from Gold Hill. Rogue River has a couple neighborhoods that actually bring the value down a little bit, and one of them is a senior neighborhood with smaller homes that sell in the sub 300 range, and they definitely bring that median price point down. So if you're a senior looking for a smaller home that has low maintenance and is a senior only community, Rogue River has a great option for you. So reach out and ask me about that. It's also a great option if you're looking for that real true small town feel. Okay, it's a great little town where I grew up. I still live in Rogue River today, and I absolutely love it. Okay, it's located right between Medford and Grants Pass, so it's nice and easy to get to. There's a lot of amenities here in Rogue River, and I actually made a video all about the city of Rogue River. So if you're intrigued at all, go ahead and back on my channel and search for that one and check it out. Number 4 with a median sold price of $339,950 is White City. Okay, and a lot of development has been happening out in White City that targets the lower price point, the more affordable homes, right? Lots of townhomes and smaller homes are being built to be more affordable. And that's really been a popular area for first-time home buyers for that reason. And it's an area that is eligible for the USDA loan, which if you can qualify for, then you could possibly get into a home with zero money down, right? And White City also probably had the most amount in terms of quantity of affordable homes in the top 5 of this list. Number 3 with a median sold price of $300,000 is Cave Junction. Good old CJ out there in the Illinois Valley, okay? It's about a 30-40 minute drive from Grants Pass out towards the coast. So unless you're retired or working from home, it's a heck of a commute back to Grants Pass or Medford for work. So Cave Junction was actually on the list, was actually on the top of my list of the worst parts of Southern Oregon. So you definitely want to watch that video if you are thinking about moving to Cave Junction, because there's probably a little bit more information out there that you need to know about. Number 2 with a median sold price of $284,450 is Merlin. And that was probably the biggest surprise to me on the entire list, because Merlin has a lot of really beautiful homes actually, okay? And I think what happens is that most of those homes are just over an acre. So when we narrow the search criteria down to under an acre, we're only looking at a pretty, small amount of homes out there. But Merlin's a great location, just one exit north of Grants Pass on I-5, so you can be back into Grants Pass in just a few minutes. Also has some pretty solid schools out there and really great access to the Rogue River for recreation and all sorts of fun stuff out there. So Merlin's a solid option if you're looking for a really affordable town in Southern Oregon. Number 1 with a median sold price of only $230,000 is Prospect and Butte Falls, holding on to that top spot even with the new criteria. These are definitely the most affordable Southern Oregon towns, and I'm lumping them together again because they're just both very similar, okay? They're pretty little They're little old logging towns surrounded by natural beauty, by national forest land. Butte Falls is about 45 minutes outside of Medford, and Prospect is about an hour. So not really too different there. They're higher elevation, both of them about 2,500 feet in elevation. So you're going to get a little bit more snow up there. But you're also going to get a heck of a deal. All right. So I've sold plenty of homes up there in both of these towns, and my clients have loved living up there, living out of the fog. It's a little bit cooler in the summer, a little bit more snow in the winter, closer to some of the fun things to do up there with the Upper Rogue River, Crater Lake, and all the high mountain lakes. Really is a beautiful area. If you can deal with the drive, you're going to get a heck of a deal and a really, really pretty area in both of those towns. So if you are wanting to buy a home in one of the most affordable Southern Oregon towns, of course, or reach on out to me with a call, text, or email. And if you're in that boat, obviously you're going to want to stay in the loop of what's going on in the local Southern Oregon real estate market. So hit that subscribe button and listen up while I tell you exactly what has been going on over the last week here in Southern Oregon. So for Jackson and Josephine counties, looking only at single family residential homes, we had 874 active on the market this morning, which is February 21st. We had 89 new listings hit the market over the last week, 82 price changes, 25 came back on the market, 76 went pending, 39 closed, and 40 went either expired, withdrawn, or canceled. So I was actually really surprised to see that inventory. It did go up a few units, but when I saw that we only closed 39 homes last week, that kind of made a lot more sense. So I'm not really sure why that was, maybe due to the long weekend with President's Day and stuff, but not really sure. So I don't really have a great answer for you on that one. But the good news is that pending activity did remain stable. New listings did go up. So I would expect to see, closings bounce back probably pretty strong next week. And I'd expect to see that inventory number creep back down. But we will see. Make sure you subscribe so that you can find out how that all unfolds. And one more piece of advice I have for you is to go ahead and check out this video right here, which is all about that amazing loan program that I mentioned in the beginning that can save you tons of money. I mean, it can save you thousands of dollars every single year. So if you're thinking about financing your new home, you're definitely going to want to check out that video. Again, I'm Brian Simmons with eXp Realty. I'd love to hear from you, so reach on out.